limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back.
Coach, it is a building that has seen it all through the many years of its existence as EA Sports welcomes you to Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25 with the New York Giants. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Raiders swarm in and block it. And they will wind up with the football and the possession. Special teams putting a mark on this game early. Opening drive, block, punt.
And for one team, it's a good mark, and for the other, not so good. And this is why special teams coaches are like designated hitters to me. They don't get very many opportunities. They need to maximize when it comes their way. And as we just said, one of them did.
Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On 2nd and 1, Carr. This will be Carr, Tyrell Williams. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
He's got it. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Check, 47.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They try to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's 3rd and goal. Well, they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Okay, so you just took the big loss. Now what are you doing on fourth down?
Well, we have a change of plans now is what we have, because I think they were looking at the play sheet, trying to dial something up to go for it on fourth down. But after that loss, that goes right out the window. Now you have to kick the field goal and hope to come back down the next time and score.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Football going back to the New York Giants here. CD 4-12 this past year for New York. The Daniel Jones era has begun. Unfortunately, for Pat Shurmur, his era over after 2 seasons. Now the Eli Manning era, also more than likely over. So this could be a team with a lot of changes next year. They've already raided the Patriots cabinet, hiring Joe Judge, former wide receivers coach, to be their head man.
And one of the things that you hear when you call around the league and ask about Joe Judge as the head coach, a no-nonsense, decisive type of a person. And he's going to need every bit of that in New York coaching the Giants. The good thing is the Daniel Jones era has begun, and while there were a lot of turnovers, I thought down the stretch he played better, took care of the ball better. He's improving. Got to get some people around him, and I think this Giants team, with Saquon Barkley as their leading guy, I think they can improve quickly with the right draft picks, the right free agents, and Daniel Jones continuing to get better.
And because of that 4-12 record, they will have the number 4 pick in the draft, so they could move back, stockpile some picks, or get an impact player.
60 Pittsburgh.
On second down, here's Barkley. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards, makes it 3rd and 7 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Back to you.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. Got a man, Slayton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 37.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Now Jones. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And Ingram hauls it in. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Throwing, Jones. He completes it to Tate. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones. The quick slant caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. They come out here in the eye. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Giants have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Well, Raiders football now. And, you know, the next time that we see the Raiders, most likely be the Las Vegas Raiders. They had hopes of a fairy tale finish in the Bay Area, but that didn't materialize. Came into Week 17 at 7-8, an outside chance in the playoff spot if everything broke right for them, but it didn't. They wound up losing at Denver to finish 7-9.
And even at 7-9, I thought they were ahead of pace a little bit. And remember, a few weeks earlier, that Kansas City game, the second one that they played against them, that almost meant everything. That's how well the Raiders had gotten into position. And even though it didn't turn out the way they wanted, I thought that Derek Carr played better at quarterback. I thought their defense showed great signs of improvement along the way during the season. And they found a runner in the rookie, Josh Jacobs.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Got his man, that's Tyrell Williams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Shotgun now for Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. And his throw here's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. To throw on 2nd and 10. Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Carr now on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Carr to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's 4th down.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Carlson able to put this one through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And New York set to take the field. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Jones now throwing to start the drive. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Carr. It's Williams on the catch. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. That's caught by Waller out left side. A gain there of 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 34. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Unfortunately for you, you've been around me for a little while now, so you know me as well as anyone and how I look at a game. I don't ever advocate abandoning anything, but in this case, I'm going against my own thought process. You got to change it up. You got to start throwing it around a little bit, finding ways to try and move the ball, because keeping it on the ground just isn't working for them.
Yeah, maybe get him the ball out of the passing game, a swing pass outside or something, just something to vary it up. 23 yards the pickup there. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Catch made, it's Moreau. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Carr. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A 5-yard touchdown. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Giants with possession of the football, but needing points as we start quarter number 4. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll run it again with Barkley. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. That'll bring up second down. Well, throws like that, especially where we sit in the fourth quarter, he's got to be careful.
Yeah, and you know one of my faults is that I often view this game through a defensive back's eyes. And in this situation, your team's losing, it's late, tighter coverage, take a chance and go and try and step in front of one of those and make a big play. So if you're the quarterback, that should be in your head. This is their time to take a gamble.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and react into the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there. They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Riley Dixon now. On for his second punt, and remember, his first one was blocked. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. From the gun now on third down, Carr. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So now Jones and the Giants down by 5, 2:05 to go. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now Jones operating from the gun. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. 2nd and 6. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down.
That gets them the 1st down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes a catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
Jones signaling, let's go, trying to get his guys up to the line. Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Hey, let's go.
1st down now, but the clock continues to move.
50.
He's back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Tate. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Jones heading up here 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Back to throw. To Barkley on the check down. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
On the double.
Hey, come on now. 59 mark. Check, go.
They'll look to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. On that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's stop.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing Jones. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And that is going to seal